Welcome back to the Black Light Podcast. DonLexy here with another live reaction. Let's get it. Change your seasons. What's up, man? How you doing? He was first in the building. Edwina was second, representing Las Vegas. Let's have a good show. Hit the like button. We have an eventful feature presentation for you, for sure. We're going to wait a couple minutes, then we're going to get into it. How y'all doing? We have a good show for you guys. Welcome, welcome. Hit the subscribe button on your way into the room. Let me clear the board because we need a new sponsor. And then we're going to come back here and do the same thing tomorrow if we sponsor today's show. How you guys doing? Who's that tuning in from Jacksonville, Tennessee? Detroit in the building. Man, let's make it happen. Let's go.
Played back simultaneously on two separate systems.
Let him cook.
The sounds are blended.
Let him cook now. Let him cook.
I
said when we see him tonight, we just cook.
Oh shit! Say it again.
What the hell are you talking about?
Let's get one thing straight.
Hit the like button on your way into the room, please. Let's have a good show. Brooklyn in the building. Bronx in the building. New York's heavy. All right, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, 7's been working better for us, Eric. 5 was pissing everybody off. So we're back at 7. We're back at 7 just for now, you know. That's what's working for the Kendra G viewers. Welcome, 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 welcome. Glad you all are here. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Mandela. Okay. Okay, make sure you guys like and subscribe, just like Wolfman saying down there. How you doing, man? Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's have a good show. Glad to be back. Phoenix, Arizona in the chat. Okay, we got some range of demographics going on. Time to get into it. Okay. I don't know if this is so new that you guys might not even been able to see this call. I'm not even sure if Kendra has added it. Eric Cummings says 7 p.m. Dollar Crew salute. Let's get it. Janice says it's 4 p.m. in Cali, but we're here. Yeah, you know, the time zone thing is going to be different. Now, why are we here? I think I'm just going to let the call speak for itself. It's a relatively new call. We're going to go ahead and get into it. We're $5 in this show thanks to Eric Cummings and the Dollar Crew. If we sponsor today's show, we'll be back here tomorrow. More than likely reacting to Kendra G. So, let's go ahead and get back into it. Let's get into it. Let's spin the clip. Hit the like button. Keep the engagement up. And I don't have to pause the show. Let's spin the clip.
How are you? What's your name, baby?
My name is Courtney.
Okay, Courtney. And what you do for a living, Courtney?
I am an office coordinator for a living. So basically, I just do like clerical work. But can I tell you a little side note?
Yes, you can.
So I went to school for television production, and I met you before during like Windy City Live. I was an intern, so it was nice to meet you then.
Nice to meet you too, Courtney. How old are you?
28.
28. Okay. So we got Courtney, 28. And are you in Chicago?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
the Chicagoland area. I don't live in Chicago. I don't know.
The volume, it seems low. Let me listen.
But I'm a South suburban.
Oh, that just cut the audio out. Okay.
Okay, fair enough. So Courtney, 28 years old, Chicago. Do you have any kids?
No,
No kids. Okay. All right. So Courtney, 28, Chicago, no kids. You ever been married?
no.
And what do you do for a living now?
I'm an office coordinator, so I do office work.
Okay. All right. Well, good to see you again, Courtney.
Thank you.
Here we go. Courtney, 28. Oh, what's your zodiac sign?
I don't really do zodiac signs. My birthday is in May though.
Your birthday's in May?
Yeah,
Okay. So, well, what day?
May 6th.
Girl, May 7th.
Oh, look
I'm here to
But
tell you right now.
listen, I'm a proud Taurus.
We don't care.
But you're not a Taurus. You're a
We don't
Taurus,
care.
but you don't subscribe to it. I respect it. All right, but here we go. Courtney, 28, Chicago, is a tourist, no kids, never married, office coordinator. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Kendra. I'm looking for a man. I'm looking for somebody who knows what they want. I'm looking for somebody who is, can take care of themselves. I'm looking for somebody who is honest, upfront, who is confident in themselves, who is funny because I like to laugh. I joke around a lot, and somebody who is God fearing because I go to church. I believe in Jesus. I want you to make it to heaven with me.
Oh God, I want you to make it to heaven with me. I'm done with this. Ladies, if you're not actively going to church every single Sunday, matter of fact, if you aren't a virgin, you don't get to stand behind religious logic and religious principle when most of you aren't living your life right. You're contradicting the Bible with most of the things that you do. Men don't want to hear this.
And yeah, just somebody who wants to take dating as seriously as I do. Because if you don't, there's no point. It's just going to end very quickly.
Okay, take dating serious. Okay, what are your deal breakers besides unserious people?
So, smoking, I don't like marijuana smoking. I don't like cigarette smoking either. Um, Honestly, I would really prefer somebody that also does not have children. Um, I think that's a non-negotiable for me. So, no children, and I would prefer them to be African American. No tea, no shade, but I
No
would
tea,
prefer to be
no
black.
tea, no shade. No tea, no shade. Okay. Should he? Okay, so black man. Should he look a certain way? So black man.
I'm 5'7". I would like somebody who is taller than me. My usual type is like 6 foot and taller, but I'm trying to grow as a person.
Ma'am, I need you to stop because there aren't enough 6-foot men for that to be your usual type. I'm like, just cut it out. There aren't enough men standing over 6 foot for that to just be your type. For that just to be your usual. And I get really, really upset when women who are at a physical disadvantage have any sort of strict physical standard of any kind towards men. I'm already annoyed.
So I'm trying to expand and not be like so kosher and cut to what I'm accustomed to. So I would say black men at least 5'9", and I like facial hair. I don't like a bald face. Like I need beard.
Need beards. Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
At least 50.
Again, any sort of any sort of strict standard on a man's physical appearance, I'm not letting you have overweight. We're We're not letting big women have any sort of narrow standards anymore. And you might say, who are you to say that or whatever? Well, I'm somebody who men want to speak for them. So there's some credence to that.
$50,000.
50,000. Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay, let's talk about that before you even stand up. Let's talk about that 50,000. You might think that that's a safe number for you to ask for, but I'm here to tell you that you don't even qualify for $50,000. It's about to get real. It's about to get real for you. It's gonna be a long evening for you. I'm here to tell you that the $50,000 that you probably thought was like, oh man, that's just $50,000. I'm here to tell you I want my $50,000 a year men to be with fit women who are average and closer to 5s and 6s and 7s in the dating market. There are women who are 5s on a 10 scale, but their bodies are nice. Their bodies look good. Like when a guy see her get out of the shower, he's like he's a little bit happier about coming home because of the way his woman is built. And she's only a 5. I'm here to tell you that any woman in the dating market, not just you, any woman who's overweight, you automatically go below a 5, whatever that means, whatever that ranking is.
I got on like a little church out.
Okay, we see you, girl. All right.
Church
Yeah, you might
tonight.
be
Sorry,
right.
y'all. It's boring.
You said you had church tonight?
Yeah.
What church you go to?
I go to Metropolitan in Harvey. It's
Okay. So Bible study, it was a church.
It was a revival. We got revival tonight, Thursday, and Friday night.
Oh, yes. Okay. So when was your last relationship?
Oh Jesus. To be honest, I think I lost count, but I'm gonna say 4 years ago, maybe.
4 years ago. Okay.
You lost
You don't have to
count.
answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I would prefer not to answer.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Ooh, God-fearing lady. Anytime somebody doesn't want to answer, I always assume that it was pretty recent, Miss God-fearing. We aren't fornicating, are we? Because you're out here saying that a man has to be God-fearing, and you have really strict standards for men. Based off of biblical standard, sounds like you're fornicating. Like just the energy.
I have to work on my discipline. Like I could be way better at like sticking to things that I plan for myself. Eating better, working out more,
Okay.
working on my goals. I could get lazy at times.
Okay.
I can also work on not ghosting people.
Okay,
That's
there
a
we
bad
go.
habit of
Fuck
mine.
no.
I actually.
All right, see, and there we go. And now we're
Ain't nobody shame.
now we're acting silly again. You're one of the rare women. You're one of the rare women who actually went 2 for 2 on good flaws. You talked about your weight. That's awesome. And then you talked about some other things, procrastination, laziness. Great. Those are real flaws. And then right there at the last one, you had to join what 9 out of 10 black women are doing right now. They're using the opportunity that's reserved for them to go inwards and correct themselves. They're using that to either compliment themselves or they use it as an opportunity to warn men about how fast they cut them off or how quick they are to ghost somebody. Like, my problem is you mess with me one time and I'm just out of there, man. And that's just it. And there's this energy that you guys put off and it's very threatening. And men don't want to deal with women in any sort of threatening capacity. Arthur came through and sponsored the show. He says, thanks for the work, bro. You're more than welcome, Arthur. Thank you. Appreciate you for that $20. You're the show sponsor for now with that 20, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Everybody else join in and supporting the shows. We can come back here tomorrow, man. Let's get to work. Y'all show Arthur some love. Let's get back into it.
we got told off about that before. Men really don't like when you just stop talking to them for no reason. And I get it, but for me, it's just like I have nothing invested, so I'm just going to not respond anymore. But I'm working on that. And then the third one, waking up early. I want to wake up earlier. I want to try to be like one of those people that wake up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, so I could be more productive with my day.
Okay.
One thing I have definitely noticed that when I wake up 2 hours earlier than I normally wake up, I have a more productive day.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got a nice comment for you. Sam Major said, "Nice girl." I can't.
You see that? Kendra just now noticing that at 50. See that? Kendra, this woman's in her, what did she say, early 20s or late 20s? Either way, she's a spring chicken in so many regards. You're a old lady. See, like, I'm always gonna keep finding little details that like will prove to me why the only thing you're worthy of is a dishonest Nigerian man. It's because you're immature. You're just not developing. You're like, you want to know what I notice? When I wake up a couple of hours earlier than when I usually wake up, I have a more productive day. It's like, Kendra, you're fucking 50. It's like, you're 50, and sometimes it's weird. You're like one of those people to where it's like you were born today. Every day you wake up is like you were born. You're still the same age you are, but it's like in your mind, you reset. Okay. Shit. All right.
Put it on the screen though. It
Thank
said,
you.
I can't put it on the screen. I don't know. I used to be able to put the comments on the screen, but something happened with YouTube, child.
It's okay. I was nervous, Kendra, so I really don't want to see no comments.
Oh, you're fine. Okay. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
They would be lucky because I feel like I'm just a realistic person. I don't have like crazy expectations, standards, but low key.
Let me stop you. Nobody in the dating market is lucky to be with an overweight man. We're gonna have to start getting real in 2025 because here's the issue. And I come from and I try to even speak for some of the men who that's just their preferences with big girls. But what I'm not gonna do is I'm just simply not going to let big girls have bravado and arrogance in the dating market. And I say that as a guy who I find some big women really attractive, where some guys don't find any big women attractive. And I get it. Because fitness is health. Regardless of what you want to say about a woman who's got a six-pack, that's health. Some men don't want their women hard and having muscles, but whatever you want to say, that's healthier than a girl who's big. Regardless of what you like.
Nowadays, maybe my expectations and standards might be a little crazy, but I feel like I'm a person who values.
What's up, intellect? Love the suit and the pink undershirt. That's hard. He says, yikes, came into the OBCD Buster One. Thanks, intellect.
Use my religion. I value my success in life. I graduated from college. I have a nice job. I value my home. I have things going for me. I value my family. So I'm just a regular, degular, smegular girl from Chicago Heights. Like, I just want to find somebody who is on the same level and just wants the same things out of life.
I love it. All right. What's the age range you would date, Courtney? You're 28.
I think the lowest I would probably go is 25. The oldest varies because I feel like if I go too old and they have some of the things that I'm looking for, like, I feel like if you over 35 and you don't have no kids yet, like, why? Not to be shady,
what?
but that's just a question that automatically
pardon?
goes through my head. Like, why haven't you been able to settle down yet? So I think my limit would be 35. Nobody over 35. It's hard dating 4-year-olds. it's
All
hard.
right, listen, man. You're gonna have to grow up. You have to grow up. You're gonna have to grow up. And you being deterred in any way by a man who's been able to somehow like not end up tied down by a baby, a man who's stuck to himself, if you can't even conceive a man preserving his value that long, you don't understand men just yet. And I didn't know you were 28. You're actually in the damn danger zone.
My dog died alone.
You're in the danger zone, shawty. Like you're closer to spending the rest of your life by yourself than you've ever been in your young life. And you're fat.
Like Bernice.
That's a big bitch.
And you need to do something about that because that's going to increase your dating market value and you're going to have better options and so on and so forth. And now's the time for you to have better options more than anybody, more than any other time you've ever been in the dating market. Now is the time where it's like it's crunch time. Clock's ticking. And you're overweight. Far overweight. And you're not even that bad looking in the face. You're just fat and you need to do something about your health. And like whatever, if you don't like your options in any way, it's because you're in last place. So you have to date the men who don't have anything going. And you're like, oh, I don't want to. If a guy is over 35 and he don't take care of himself, or if he hasn't settled down, that's a red flag. It's like what he maybe like. Some men don't settle down until they're 45. Y'all, it's like some of you women aren't even happy with a man unless unless he has something that you can hold over his head, like a divorce or something or whatever. But the men who haven't like messed up anything and have just been keeping their head on the straight and narrow and been stacking their money and just increasing their value, you were intimidated by that. See what you just did right there is what you guys think men are feeling about your money. You think that when we see a woman who makes a lot of money that we go, oh man, what am I going to be able to do with a woman who makes all that money? But that's actually what you're doing to men. You're doing it to men who actually can take care of themselves. So if a man is actually like focused on himself and putting value in himself, he's a selfish person. Or maybe he's just a responsible man. Maybe he protects himself. Maybe he straps his Jimmy every single time. He's not going to let a woman just take his life because it was just some short fun real quick. Maybe he thinks through his decisions. Maybe he's a tough vet. Like he just doesn't just allow anybody in his life. Jesus, black man. I swear, if he would have had 4 or 5 baby mamas and whatever, she would have been critiquing that. But when you see a black man who if you come across a black man who's 35, which is actually incredibly young, and you're like, oh, by then if you haven't like tried to lock in something or you ain't tried to settle down, that's a problem. What?
Okay,
All right.
so this is like reverse. So basically, to you, if a man is not settled down by 35, you looking at him sideways.
Yes, I'm asking myself like, what has taken you? I'm not trying to say they old, but like past 35, I'm like, if you're a catch or if you're somebody that's desired, why haven't you settled down? Because you don't want to settle down. So don't waste my time.
Well, hold on. This is what you women don't get. No guy wants to settle down until he finds a woman who's worth settling down with. That's all men. That's like every guy in the dating market. Every guy in the dating market, we're not really looking to be locked down by a woman. But typically if something happens where we come across a woman and we kind of want her to stay a little bit longer and that keeps extending. And then eventually we just realize that we like her around like all the time. And then there we go. Right?
That could be true. I agree. I agree to a certain extent. The only reason why, the only challenge I would get is men are taught to go become people and make money. And sometimes it takes a man a certain amount of years to get to a certain tax bracket to where now he feels like he's ready for a wife. right? Like he's like, I know I have a guy friend in
What's up,
particular
Highway
who's
Skinny? How you
actually
doing, brother?
35. And now because he wants to have children, he's like, he's dating someone that he's like, either I'm gonna marry her or I'm gonna break up with her and date my wife next. But I'm done with that. So I think, but you are right though. I do think you can it does I would say this. If they've been single the whole time, right? Like if you're just 35, ain't never had no girlfriend, you ain't trying to be in nobody's relationship, that's definitely a red flag. That's definitely a red flag. So
What? Kendra, shut the fuck up.
My dog died alone.
What? Do y'all think that there are not men out there who are just not fucking with the dating market because it's just poo poo? And a lot of you women are like flexing y'all careers where y'all should be flexing a sandwich you can make or in a broom you can hold. There's a panel on Lapeef where Darwin is trying to explain to these hyenas over there that it's the high income men who are complaining the most about the women in the dating market. Because there's always detractors to this conversation who are like these are the average broke dudes who are complaining and whatever. Y'all not even the high value men that you're talking about. The high value men don't like you either, bitch. That's what y'all are getting. The high value men are looking at the dating market and they're like, what the hell is this? That's what you women aren't understanding. It's probably the men who make a lot of money who might have the most complaints out here. And y'all gonna start seeing a lot more 35-plus-year-old men who got nice cribs, nice cars, but they don't have anybody. It's because there aren't a lot of wives in society anymore. That's why. There are no wives.
Let him cook.
No wives. Well, there are some, but there are so few, there might as well be none. Of course, there are some.
okay. But listen,
It's a red flag.
and
Of
you
course, you would
Jesus
say that,
filled,
Kendra. That's
child.
why
You
you're
in church
50,
on a
no
Wednesday
man,
night. So God
and you're
gonna
door
do that
dashing, bitch.
decision for you. So I'm not even worried about you, girl. You're gonna make the right decision.
Thank
All
you.
right. Would you date a guy with kids?
Then with that too, Kendra, like y'all don't think that I'm like have preconceived notions in my head about people because I don't know everybody. This is just going off of my personal life experiences. I feel some sort of guilt dating somebody with kids because I feel like you should be a family with the person you had kids with. I feel like go try to work out. I know everybody is not meant to be with everybody, but that's just how I feel. I feel like if you had kids with somebody, like try to work it out with them.
Okay, well, all of your friends who end up having babies illegitimately, give them that same spiel. Tell them that, yeah, all those guys that you want to be a stepfather for your baby, they deserve to be able to start a family by themselves. Okay? Because y'all always so willing, y'all always are trying to look out for women on that front. But what about men? Like, what about men on the same aspect? Are you gonna tell your girlfriends who got babies who are single mothers? Are you gonna tell them to let all those men, all those childless men out there, leave all those childless men alone? You gonna do that?
I don't know. I want y'all to be a family. I don't want to be like co-familying with y'all.
No, she don't have no
Okay.
kid.
Well, we have all these theories. I have to add on to your theory, one kid, but I believe if a man has more than one baby mama, I mean, I don't want to get too much in my own personal thoughts, but I will share this. I believe if a man has more than one baby mama that he never married, the likelihood he's probably not going to marry you because he created kids with women that he did not marry. So for me, kind of going to your category, okay, so if the mother of the
Kendra, you should look up the stats on this. It contradicts what you just said. Don't just wonder about something when there's information out there on it.
woman
Continue.
who brought his child into the world, he didn't feel as though I need to settle down and marry her. Okay, let's say it happened one time. One time for me, I'm kind of with you, but 2 times for sure. That's why I don't understand the third baby mama. I
Nope.
do not, and it's no judgment. I just don't understand the third baby mama because the first two, you had two examples he showed you with two women prior to you. So by the third baby mama, you should just be like, okay, I'm gonna be a baby mama because he didn't marry the first two women that had his.
Kendra, there are plenty of men who have had multiple children by multiple women, and they have and they get married. And you want to know why, Kendra? It's because men have the leverage in the dating market. That's why. That's why, Kendra. It's because in the dating market, the person who gives out the marriage and he hands out the proposal, they have the leverage. Yep. I want y'all to hear that again. I want y'all to hear this stupidity.
So by the third baby mama, you should just be like, okay, I'm gonna be a baby mama because he didn't marry the first two women.
Kendra, I know you want a lot of women to accept the defeatist mentality, but that's not the way to go. Have you looked out into the world? Have you seen how once a man gets to a certain level of success, that it almost doesn't even really matter what he's done? That there are still so many gorgeous women who doesn't matter what he even looks like. That's not true for women. You women could have $1 billion. If you're busted, and dudes won't want to sleep with you. But a guy, he could look any kind of way, and if he has $1 million, some gorgeous woman is gonna want to deal with him. For real, and stay and have babies. You see that? That's called men can actually use their income and their success as leverage in the dating market. Women cannot. Women can't. Women cannot.
That had his kids.
Can I have a rebuttal to that?
Yes, you can.
So my rebuttal is to be on people, not on people's side necessarily, but to play like an advocate for them. Back in the day, when I was a little younger and, thinking differently, I feel like what I thought is that I'm gonna be the one to make them do differently. And that is
every woman thinks that. No, you're not the only woman. Yes. So here's the deal. That's woman thinks that. No.
Differently. Can I have a rebuttal to that?
Yes, you can.
So my rebuttal is to be on people, not on people's side necessarily, but to play like an advocate for them. Back in the day, when I was a little younger and, thinking differently, I feel like what I thought is that I'm gonna be the one to make them do differently. And that is
every woman thinks that. No, you're not the only woman. Yes. So here's the deal. Every woman feels like she's different.
Here's the thing. Here's what both of these women are realizing. There is a woman out there that'll make him do different. That'll make him want to do different or make him want to stay. She's just better than you women, both of you. Like, she's better than both of you women. That's probably why it's like, see, there are a lot of people mad because Rick Ross continues to be able to snatch up a gorgeous woman every single year. It's like, I know that a lot of you average women think that if you were around a person with Rick Ross's body who didn't have any money, you would probably whatever. But if you had an opportunity to deal with Rick Ross, most of you would, simply because of the hypergamous part of your mind and the lifestyle he can provide for you that other men in your close proximity of you can't provide. That's the truth. There are a lot of women disgusted that Rick Ross is always dealing with a baddie, but it's like, we actually can use our success as dating market leverage. Where the equivalent of Rick Ross, which is like, I don't know, Leslie Jones or some shit, or somebody, whoever isn't appealing and successful to the eye on the female side of the celebrity game, that don't really happen for her. She doesn't get favorable options just because she's successful. You hear people like Leslie Jones complaining about her dating options all the time and complaining about men not even being able to get it up for her because because her money can't make them any more stimulated by her. She's like, what's going on? Why are all these dudes tripping? It's because you look like the way you look. Like, it's because of who. It's you.
about it. If you dated a guy, and I'm this girl, I'm talking about myself. So the only thing I'm telling y'all is I'm 46, so I've been through more life experiences than you guys. But I once dated a guy who had multiple baby mamas, and I felt that I was different from all the other girls. But no, it's a whether you different or not, that's just that guy, right? That's just that guy. So you're not alone in that. Mostly every woman feels she's different when she's with a guy who we have deemed a catch, right? She didn't work, so that's why he ain't settled down with her. She wasn't as pretty as me. That's why she ain't settled down with her. I'm more successful.
The truth is, Kendra, is that it's just the game is different both ways. The rules are different for men and women. There's a dude on Instagram right now who's 6'7" and he real tall, and since he's decent looking on some level and he's 6'7", he be telling these women as he's meeting them, I got 7 baby mamas. And they be like, I don't care. Where can we go sleep together? Like, I'm trying to be the 8th one. Truth is what y'all don't really want to talk about is that men having multiple kids in different places does not hurt his chances in the dating market like a woman having like a woman having baby fathers in different places. Even when a woman is a celebrity, it hurts her value when she has babies scattered around. But when you're a man and you have babies in multiple different places, if you become valuable enough and you become an influential person, or you have money, or just successful or well off, there's always somebody who's going to want to deal with you. Which means the rules don't apply to men the same when it comes to this. And I know women like Kendra would like it to be. And the truth is when a man comes into a situation with children, those children are already paid for. See, but when a woman brings her kids in, they're looking to be paid for. These are two different children that are not equal. They're not equal in any way. You shouldn't even mention them. The kids who come with the money, you keep your mouth off of. The kids who come with the bill payer, they're not being helped. They're the cavalry. They come with your savior. They're not equal. Because one group got their hand out saying, help me, and the other one was already helped. See, we just don't consider these things. We don't slow these conversations down. Women be like, oh, well, he got 4 kids too. So why you mentioning her kids? It'd be like, well, I'm going to tell you why. Because her kids aren't paid for yet. That's why. His kids are already taken care of by a man, which means they're already at a statistical advantage. Let's continue.
Successful, that's why he ain't settled down with her. You give yourself all these adjectives of why you're better than the last, when in actuality it doesn't matter. You could be Beyonce. He's gonna treat you the same because that's just who he is.
So I'm not even going to try to play that game with them. I want a clean slate. I want to start off just like it's us.
I believe you should get a clean slate. You're 28 years old. That's a good age. You don't have any kids yourself. So I believe that you should get a clean slate. All right, honey. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
Yes, I downloaded it tonight.
I love that. What's your name on the app?
Courtney Monet.
Courtney, let's see.
Yeah, good looking woman. Good looking woman, but you are fat. And it's really upsetting when you women with. It's upsetting when you women who are really symmetrical, for whatever reason, just decide, and you women who have good faces and you're pretty in the face, you don't have a clue how you could improve your circumstances just by losing the weight. Forget all the excuses. Stop talking about diet. Stop talking about what you don't have time to do. Get on the path and lose the damn weight. And the problem is, I think why a lot of our women are walking around as heavy as they are is because I'm truly starting to believe that our women just don't think our men are worth it. That our women just don't think that our men are worth the effort. I think it's a deep-seated issue that our women have where they don't think that our men are worth. You know, when women get with other men, like if they were to get with a lucrative white man, if you better believe if a black woman were to get involved with a white man who has a bunch of money, all of a sudden the gym would become important to her again. All of a sudden she'd be moving. You should see how black women move for their white supervisors and stuff. They would move like that for a white man in a relationship. I think that there's a psychological hindrance with black women to where it's difficult for them to be able to move fast for their men. And I'm tired of blaming slavery and all that bullshit. Really, the issue is just our women are not caring. They don't care as much about men and the things that come with men as other demographics of women. Hence why they marry at the lowest rate. That is why our women marry at the lowest rate, personally, but in my opinion, I just think that they certainly not attraction. Shit, our women look the best. If anything, I believe our women probably look the best. So it has nothing to do with attraction. Probably everything to do with the way our women think. Belief systems. Okay, feature presentation. Let's go ahead and get into it. Home wrecker of the month.
Hold on, I gotta turn it around.
Are you ready? Where you at, girl?
I was ready because I was standing still, but then I started shopping, the line started moving, and then I clicked off and I was doing something else, and I said, "Who calling me? Why is this thing calling me?" But I could be ready if you can hear me. If not, I'll call back another
No, I
time.
mean, you got good light. You just got to get steady for us.
Okay.
Okay. What's your name, baby?
My name is Tashana. I go by Tia.
Scottsdale, Arizona in the building.
Tashana?
Yeah,
Tashana. Where you calling me from?
Rochester, New York.
Rochester, New York. How old are you?
I'll be 37 on the 30th of this month.
37 on the 30th. Okay. So, is Tishi, how you say your name again?
Tashana or Tia.
Tia. Tia, Rochester, New York, 37. You have any kids?
I got 3 kids, 3 boys.
3 boys. How old are your 3 boys?
One is 19, and one is 6, and one is 7.
All by the same man?
No, it's 2.
2 men. Have you ever been married?
No,
No. Okay. And what do you do for a living, Tia?
I'm a nurse assistant.
Nurse assistant. Are you in the grocery store? Where you at?
Oh, yes, that's what I was like. I shouldn't have never did.
I'm like, I see. Is that macaroni and cheese? What's behind your juice
Oh,
boxes?
somebody.
No,
that's fruit snacks.
that's fruit snacks. I was like the Jiffy box for a second, child.
I'm with somebody.
You say you with somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got Tia, Rochester, New York, 37, 3 kids.
I'm actually working right now.
Never married, nurse assistant. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
I'm looking for an alpha. I'm looking for somebody that takes lead. I'm looking for somebody that follows Christ. Like, if you don't go to church, if you don't believe in God or any of those things, I'm not going to be able to do it. And I think just saying that explains everything. Like, I want you to be an alpha. If you're an alpha, then you're a leader. Then that means you are stable. If you follow God, then, you know what I'm saying, you're looking for a wife, somebody that you can, you know, a partner, somebody that you can provide for.
Okay. Were your children's dads alphas?
I just don't want to hear women who have multiple kids in different places talking about God anymore. Y'all just don't even read the Bible, do you?
Were they what?
Were your children's fathers alphas?
I would say yeah, but you know, a little bit more on the controlling side. I didn't really have to work. That's not a problem though, because I
Yeah,
will work.
she holding
But yeah, there was
seances.
definitely leaders. Um, but I was younger, and I was.
Yeah, is anybody else sensing that combative? Like black men, we know our women so well that my comment section is picking up on the exact same thing. They can pick up on the combative energy of you. Like you just don't seem pleasant. A lot of our women just y'all don't even understand. Some of you women are wearing your malice and your how much effort you're not willing to give. You're wearing it right on your sleeve.
Would say ignorant back then. I wasn't really understanding what I really needed in life. And now I know that I want to follow Christ. I want my leader to lead me to Christ. And they were like questionable, like they were spiritual or say stuff like that. I'm just spiritual. I want somebody that's actually they know, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't know. Then now they're just like, so much stuff happened to people that just like, I don't even believe in God no more. I just want to be spiritual.
Is that what you're saying for yourself?
No, that's what they are saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why things didn't work out.
Ma'am, everything about you is like you're one of those spiritual, like you make up your religion every 2 years. You're onto something new. But guess we could be wrong.
I don't want to follow somebody that don't know, you know, what they believe in. They just kind of like question their, you know, their religion.
Okay. All right. Okay. What are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers is somebody that's not an alpha. They want you to make all the decisions. They don't communicate well. They don't express themselves. They don't follow God. They're not a leader.
Rome said,
No
not
job.
a cross inside.
No, nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
I don't want to slim my chances, so I'm not gonna say I'm looking for a certain type. But I do want you to be healthy. Like I lost a lot of weight because I was at like 200 pounds. And
How much weight did you lose?
I lost like 50 pounds.
Oh, that's what's up. How'd you do it? That's
Blasphemy.
I just went keto. I wasn't even working out. I didn't even go to the gym. I just stopped eating sugar. Anything bread, pasta, rice. Wasn't drinking no more pops. I was still eating like meats and salads, and maybe I'll go for like a light walk, or I got my treadmill in my living room, or I got a trampoline in my backyard. I play with my kids. But I really just stopped eating any carbs. It's just a straight keto diet, fasting. My longest fast was 7 days with just straight water. I want somebody that's as strong-willed as me, not nobody that's weak, gotta, you know, depend on weed to self-medicate or popping pills and drinking liquor and stuff all the time.
Hey, listen.
And I know people gonna be like, well, you got.
Hey, listen, when it comes to the 420s, I speak for yourself. Like, why can't, like, it's like you women don't want men to be happy. It's like, why can't y'all be happy just doing whatever? You know what can be so annoying about women is that you guys can't just, some women, you can't just be happy on whatever little bullshit journey you're on. You have to take everybody with you. Not everybody wants to give up refined sugar for 4 months. Not everybody wants to get on some shit. And a lot of times, if a guy's not the one facilitating it, 9 times out of 10, you're probably just being masculine and pushy as a woman. I can tell you're the type of woman a guy will wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and there you are looking at him right in the face like, is this your discipline level? He could have just worked a 3rd shift. Like, lady, I mean, there's nothing wrong with fasting. I'm just saying, it's like, just don't try to force everyone onto that shit. This is why people hate vegans, because they can't just be vegan and like not talk about it and put it on everybody. And everything that you eat, they're like, you're really gonna eat that? It's like, yes, motherfucker. I am. Leave me alone. Eat your little kale salad over there and leave me be. You're better than me. I get it. You're up here, I'm down here. Jesus. 317. Drop. He got 5. He says, for the cause. Much love, 317. You one of them ones. That puts us at 30. Appreciate you, brother. Let's get back into it.
3 kids now, and oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want nobody thinking like that. If you feel like I got too many kids for you, and oh, now you want to settle down, and now you're looking for a husband, I don't want that type of negativity.
Well, hold on, ma'am. Wait a second. You don't want that type of negativity. Oh, you don't want that type of negativity. Oh, you don't want that type of negativity. That's nice. You want somebody to come in and take care of 3 children. And you're like, I don't want no man who's going to come in here acting like it's a burden. Ma'am, it is. That's why it's important to make sure that you vet a man who you have a baby with properly. That's why we talk about this on my show so much. When you women start vetting men properly, you won't have to say things like this. Like, you're going to have to just accept me and all of my mistakes. There won't be mistakes when you women start thinking through your decisions. Like, you're like, I don't want nobody who's just coming with that energy like they don't want. Nobody wants to deal with somebody else's kids on a level. Men just do it. Nobody wants to do it. So, like, men just stepfather kids. They didn't have any biological inherent need. You women try to act like it's the men are the problem. I just need a man who's okay with kids. No. Most men are okay with men. All men on a biological level are not okay with taking care of another man's child. Even the men who do it. That's why they should appreciate. That's why stepfathers should be appreciated, because there was no inherent biological need for them to feel to do that, and they just did it. They chose to go intellectual over the biological. It's funny, you get to stink up your life and have babies everywhere, and a guy doesn't get to be frustrated about it. How dare you? The antidote to your problem is not fucking yourself into this position. You're really mad at your poor poon management. Wolfstacks drop 2. He says, when she don't like logic, she hates structure. Exactly. She's like, all you dudes who are worrying about what 3 kids come along with, and that's just a bad thing. No men is looking to take. Most men aren't looking to take. Like, if they deal with it, they deal with it. But you better believe they weren't just open to it. This is why y'all don't appreciate stepfathers, because y'all thought that they just came in wanting to take care of somebody else's seed. They didn't. They made a sacrifice. Anthony Wright just came through and dropped 45 and took the sponsor spot. Man, let's go. Let the AK out. He says, I own 2 vegan deodorants. This chick doesn't even look like she wears deodorant. She looks like she does a little chant and hope that like makes her hygiene right. And thinks that she can judge everybody else's spirituality. I can't stand people like this. Much love, brother. That puts us at 75. We're just about there. Much love, man. Appreciate you, Anthony. Right? You're starting to come into this thing swinging with a baseball bat. Okay. Okay. Let's get back into it. Show Anthony Wright some love. You hear me? That's his
Okay,
second show
fair
coming through
enough. Fair
sponsored.
enough. Should he make a certain amount of money?
I want you to be able to take care of yourself. I could take care of myself. And if that's the 50-50 type of situation that's what's going on now, and if that's what I got to accept, then that's fine. As long as you're able to take care of yourself, you ain't got to ask me $10 for gas, then we can make it.
Okay, now I'm all right with you being down with accepting 50-50 because you have kids already. But here's what we gotta do. And again, here's what we gotta do. You still gotta clean up your attitude and basically your entire demeanor as a person. If you can in this late stage of your life. If you can't, I don't even want men who are okay with like only covering half of your bills to deal with your attitude. You just don't seem pleasant. You don't seem like a good time. You look like you could possibly hit men. I have no idea what kind of woman you are, but I do know you're not a pleasant one. And I think you need a lot. There's something happened. Something's going on with you to where you have a very aggressive mentality that even sometimes the most brass of man just deters himself from. Because guys, we live in a hard world already. We live in a lot of resistance with a lot of challenges and a lot of hard truth. We don't want to deal with women who are challenges. That's why you women always try to insult men who want younger women, older men who want younger women, and so on and so forth. It's because even older men are not about to listen to a woman who's been through so much shit that she's got all these different loops he's got to jump through and hurdles to jump over. Just y'all, it's a lot of you women's like.
Okay, let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay, let me see where I can put. I gotta put it on.
She at Walmart. She don't give a damn.
And back up.
Are you putting on we said on the Reese cup? Put it down a little bit lower because we gotta see your legs. So put it down a few shelves lower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, you gotta put it down a few shelves low. She's in the grocery store. All right, move back so we can see your legs. Okay. All right, we see you, girl. Okay. All right, okay. You lost 50 pounds. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
So you look good.
Thank you. Thank you. What was I gonna say? When was your last relationship?
Yeah. My last real relationship was probably 5 years ago with my kid's father. We was together for about 10, 11 years. He proposed to me twice. But again, I was trying to self-educate and understand what I needed in life. And so he did propose, but I just said we need to go to therapy. We did go to therapy. There was some stuff that he needed to really work on. They told him that he had to go and get further, help. And I just was like, at this time, it's just not going to work. Maybe sure if I never find anybody, we probably could, but right now it's got a lot of self-healing that he needs to do. A lot of mental things that Black guys go through nowadays. It's serious.
That Black guys go through. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What Black guys go through? Much love to Harry Hogan. He says, women can lead men into an early grave. Absolutely. 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 It's not a game. It's not a game. Much love to Harry Hogan. He also dropped 25 just to make sure that we got the show tomorrow. So we'll be doing another show tomorrow, no doubt. Already got the thumbnail made for the next show. Wow, work. Let's continue. Let's let her continue so we can gather some more data.
You think you could work through it and think you could change somebody, but you can't.
How many kids you have by him? 1 or 2?
2.
So you have 2 kids by him, but he proposed twice. So he wanted to get married, but you said he's not ready to be a husband.
Just wasn't ready. You ain't value marriage. You don't even go to church. What would stop you from committing adultery? That wouldn't stop anything.
Okay.
Just wasn't ready. You ain't value marriage. You don't even go to church. What would stop you from committing adultery? That wouldn't stop anything.
Okay. I'm going to let you respond to this because...
Hold on, I'm confused.
How many kids you have by him? 1 or 2?
2.
So you have 2 kids by him, but he proposed twice. So he wanted to get married, but you said he's not ready to be a husband.
just wasn't ready. You ain't value marriage. You don't even go to church. What would stop you from committing adultery? That wouldn't stop anything.
Oh my goodness. Lady, are you out of your mind? So you believe he wasn't ready to be married because he wouldn't go to church with you? Please tell me this is not what, please tell me you did not put your children at a statistical disadvantage because your man would not go to church with you. Please tell me that, lady. Tell me that that's not the church. Please tell me you didn't do that. Tell me that that's not what you're saying right now. You've genuinely ignited me. I am livid. Lady, lady, what? So when I tell you that black women are the responsible for our single mother epidemic based on their poor decision making, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. This lady just said that she just had 2 kids by a man that she basically had already sewn up as a unsavable heathen because he don't go to church with her. How I'ma marry you? You don't even go to church. What'll stop you from cheating on me? Like, you was a dumb. And when I say that, like, religious views and stuff, they muddy up people's perspective about relationships and dating, and that they should leave it at home and compartmentalize it and keep it away from their dating standards. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. This lady did not marry a man who she gave 2 children to based off of biblical standards that I know she don't even take that serious. What about the kids? The kids now don't even live with their father, and this lady's talking about because he wouldn't go to church. How are you going to explain this to your children when they ask why they didn't grow up around their father? How are you going to explain this to their father? You're gonna say, "Oh, we wasn't equally yoked," some dumb shit one of these stupid pastors would say, huh? You are a goddamn homewrecker of the highest. We've probably never seen anybody as self-destructive to a home as you, ma'am. My God. Shit. And y'all try to act like black men are against the black family, and black women get to leave their marriages or not, or dismiss the men who they had children with, no matter how dumb the reason is. I'm glad that sometimes I don't listen to the whole exchange so that you guys can embody the real energy of me discovering what these women are. Because once I realize we got a hit, I usually try to make the thumbnail so I can be surprised too, so we can watch together. You guys are genuinely seeing me off guard. I knew she was a homewrecker, so I hurried up and made the thumbnail so that we could come out here tonight. I saved the details on purpose. Whoo-wee. Whew. Ma'am, the Bible wrote that law, adultery, because they knew the man was going to get some booty. By your argument, do you think that if he starts going to church and he understands the rules around adultery and committing adultery, do you think that will increase that will decrease the likelihood of him sleeping with a woman outside of the relationship? Because these pastors historically have proven that is not the case. Have you seen how men in the church, how well they are keeping their metaphoric Johnson in their pants? They're not good at it. We catch preachers in all type of scandals, all type of stuff. What about Christianity solidifies morality in any way? Look at the Catholic Church and what they've done with these little boys. What about like the sanctity of all of this creates any layer of real protection towards wrongdoing? That's the contradiction in it all, because the evil is all still but present and doesn't seem like nothing can be done about it.
Okay. I'm gonna let you respond to this because they're gonna say, well, why'd you have 2 kids by him then?
It's a long story, but I mean, I could get into it, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What? Look at what she just did right here, y'all.
But you from committing adultery. That wouldn't stop anything.
Okay. I'm gonna let you respond to this because they're gonna say, well, why'd you have 2 kids by him then?
It's a long story, but I mean, I could get into it, but we was together for 10, 11 years, and I didn't get pregnant until, when it was time to really break up.
That doesn't, that actually would make, that would make both of you really irresponsible people. So don't think that that's a safer answer. That we were together for a really long time, and you want to know what? Right when we decided we're going to get away from each other, we did something permanent. Lady. Hellbound Boquisha. Like, I don't know what y'all be. It's a long story. Yeah, I bet it is. It's funny, you were descriptive about everything else, but when it starts coming down to like, why did you, about the, where now you have to be accountable for a poor decision you make, it's a long story. Oh, I bet it is.
And I was unhealthy.
I bet it's an extremely long story.
Smoking and drinking, I couldn't get pregnant, so I started fasting and getting healthy and just working on myself. And my ovaries started working because my oldest son is 19. I was done having kids. Then I ended up getting pregnant. And then I don't know. I just felt like I just was fertile, and then I ended up getting pregnant again, and I just was like, I just messed up. I know that was. I don't got no excuses. That's why I'm like, if I gotta be alone for the rest of my life because of the decisions that I made, then so be it. I know I'm a good woman. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a second. Don't do that. You see what she just did there? That's what I talk about on my show all the time. It's a willingness that black women bring. It's a willingness to lose that black women bring to these type of conversations. That proves that you women are cooked to start with. You're already ready to be like, well, if you just can't accept how jacked up I am, then I just ain't for you. No, that's not the mentality to have, actually. That's not wise. That's not how winners think. And you need to accept the fact that you could be alone for the rest of your life because you made those choices. The truth is it's your energy surrounding it all that's really negative. You have this energy like, are you coming or what? I made the mistakes. The babies are here. What, you don't like kids or something? Ma'am, you don't get to do that. You had the kids illegitimately. He didn't. You don't get to have this energy like, stop focusing on these kids.
I'm saying I'm very submissive. If I'm in a relationship, I feel like I have respect for my husband. I cook. I know how to clean. My house is clean. It's in order. I self-educate. I teach my kids. We moved out of the hood into a better area. I own my own house. My credit is A1. I ain't got to ask nobody for nothing.
Ma'am, that's not your dating market value. And I'm proud that you own your house. But owning your house, that's not your dating market value. That's not. That isn't your dating market value. That would be a man's dating market value. A man owning a house, he can use that as dating market leverage. We don't, for example, a woman who has A woman who's 400 pounds and has a wooden leg, we don't care what house she lives in. You see? But but a guy in the same circumstances, he could probably, there are some women who will probably even want to stay with him for a long time. She'll probably want to nurture the leg just for the lifestyle. You missed the Kendrick Cam, big dog, real quick.
So we can see your legs. Okay. All right, we see you, girl. Okay.
I try to cater to my people, man.
Okay, you lost 50 pounds. Congratulations.
Try to cater to my people, but anywho, back here.
Want to marry you, right? But I don't think you will be alone forever. I think you will always have some type of companionship. I mean, your child's father wants to marry you. You don't want to marry him. So
Holy
I
water,
respect
Harriet.
whatever decision you made with that. But sometimes I think there's a man that will be your husband. There's a man that will be your boyfriend. There's a man that might be a situationship. But all three men could be different, right? What I've come to terms on this show is a lot of women want to marry the guy they have situationships with. Like, and he's usually really exciting, very attractive, great sex, has money, doesn't show up all the time, but you would love to marry this man, but he's forever a situationship. Then there's a guy that will be wanting to marry you, like your child's father. You say propose twice. He's actually willing to be your husband. But for whatever reason, you feel as though he's not qualified.
He had mental disorders. I said he had mental disorders.
Yeah, I'm not here to challenge you on that. I'm not here to challenge you on that. Like, you know him more than I do.
Oh, you said he had a mental disorder. Okay, well, look, that's more sensitive. You referred something about him not wanting to go to church and stuff like that or whatever. If he has some sort of like mental disorder or his mental health collapsed or whatever, then I stand corrected about most of the critique that I had towards you not marrying him or whatever the case may be. But when you start talking about him not wanting to go to church and that somehow like would like somehow stop him from cheating on you, or like the chances of him committing infidelity would go down if he went to church with you, that was what blew me. Because but again, if he's sick and when the therapist said, oh no, he's actually got like pathological issues or whatever the case may be, then okay, maybe we'll see.
I know him, and you could be
But
right.
it's funny.
Right?
Yeah. Why? But I don't know. No, you know what? Never mind. Because I feel like why did you withhold a detail like that until after Kendra pressed you? Which is it? I'm starting to think that maybe it could be partially the truth. Maybe he does have some sort of disorder, but you've been looking past it the whole time, and that's not even really like what the problem is. You just want it out. Just want to see what's out there.
I just felt like I was uneducated. I know nothing about mental disorders with black men. I knew nothing about
mental disorders
PTSD
with black
or any of those things that people suffer through.
Ma'am, it's not a black man thing. What are you talking about? Like PTSD, like have you ever watched a war film even? Like have you read about our veterans, whatever? They're not all black men. Like PTSD is like, we don't just have it from slavery. You can get PTSD from being a law enforcement officer or anything like that. I'm just here to tell you that black men, we don't have the corner marketed on it. You know what black men be going through? No, I know what you be going through. You're biased towards your men. That's what you're going through. You have a negative and slanted bias towards your men. I knew it was something weird about you. Your demeanor is certainly hostile and evil. And now we're coming to find out that you're of the Fantasy Island girl Cynthia G archetype of women who you hate your men. And even if this guy has a mental disorder and you knew that, or maybe knew the signs of it, and you kept breeding with him, that is on you, man. That's on you.
I was just with some guy that, promised me that he would change his ways and he's going to work on his ways, and I trusted that, just hope. And as I got older, I just realized that this is not. I can't keep going back, try to make it work. And it was going steady for a long time without us even having a kid. Then I ended up getting pregnant. So then we was like, well, let's really try to make it work, because we didn't want to have a broken home. He does have his head on right. like I said, I feel like people's backgrounds is really important when they don't have. I don't want to put all his business out, but when they don't have a good family structure, that's really important. And things happen in their past that they need to overcome. And those questions are important to ask when you're particularly about to date somebody. And those are the questions that I ask now. How was your relationship with your mother or your father? How did you grow up? How do you view life? And what is your spirituality? Those are questions that I ask now. I wasn't, back then when we in our 20s and stuff, we wasn't asking those questions. I met him when I was 20, when I was 19.
Ma'am, for women mature a lot faster than men, and nobody's letting you off with the young stuff. Guys, we got it covered. You women you women find out that you're pregnant, make adult decisions to bring these babies to term when you have every possible out, and then try to say you were young when you made the choice. You made a grown woman decision when you decided that the baby would live. So the age you're at, just hold that, shove it up your ass. We don't want to hear that. Men are tired of hearing that. Men who are even ready to be stepfathers don't want to hear that stupid excuse.
Right, right. No, listen, we all live and learn, right? And I'm not a person, I don't believe in, I mean, in the perfect world, you will be able to work it out because y'all have two kids together, right? But I would never tell a woman to, and I don't think anybody wants to, no, a man and a woman, you should never want to marry a person who does not want to marry you back, period. You don't want to force somebody to want to spend the rest of their life with you. You shouldn't want to force somebody to do anything in your life. That's friend, family, or romantic relationship. So if you have to bully somebody to be your husband or bully someone to be your wife, you're not going to be happy in that dynamic. You're just not. So
We just didn't align as I started to get older. Like I said, with the spirituality thing, he didn't believe in God. He just was like, ain't no God. This world is fucked up. I don't believe. What's a God? Saying stuff like that. I can't walk with somebody like that. I tried to take him to church and pray and do stuff like that, but he just wasn't. You can't. It's like beating a dead horse. I couldn't.
Hold on, wait a second, man. That's not a mental order. That's called he's been thinking deeper on religion than you. Maybe you should stop talking. Because the more you keep talking, we gonna realize that you just a home-wrecking ass woman who possibly removed a man out of your life who you shouldn't have because he disagrees with you, not because he has a mental disorder. And I agree with him. In a world where 73 million people are going to starve every single year, and we can't do shit about it, child grape, all this different type of stuff. These evil people, these slimy reptilians who run this country, God's president for it all, and he ain't doing a damn thing about it. And guess what? Some niggas aren't comfortable in it. Get used to it. There are a new branch of Negroes who we're here and we're like, that's not comforting to us. Sorry, it might be comforting for you, but it's not comfortable. It's not comforting for some of us. Some of us find zero comfort in a God that was present for slavery and did not do shit about it. Can I get a hell no? I think somebody else has a mental disorder. Go ahead. Say it was all in it. Say everything that I just mentioned was all in God's plan. And he works in mysterious ways. Y'all so cheap. If y'all accept that, we're cooked anyway as black people. We might as well just bury a hole, go dig a hole, and we all just go climb in it and let them throw us in there like they did them niggas on Glory. roll them niggas in a hole. I can't believe that black people are shocked that after everything that black people have gone through, that there are some black people who are done waiting on Jesus. Shocking.
There's other stuff that I wanted to do, like buy houses. I want a business partner. I want a man that has
a business partner.
I want us to build wealth for our kids. I already put my putting
dog
a
died
trust
long.
together and a will together for my son. I want to travel the world.
Ma'am, your problem is your problem isn't even your kids. Cause I even looked at you. You're probably not even. There probably been some guys who thought about it. It's you. It's you. You're masculine. You're manly. You're bossy. You're pushy. You think a guy is even supposed to think the way you think. You think a man is supposed to think the way that you think. And when you finally grow up and when you grow enlightened, you'll realize he's closer to reason than you are. He's closer to objective truth and reason. And he's using more of his critical faculties to get to his conclusion than you used to get to yours. Also, he's got to go to therapy because he doesn't believe in a sky daddy. Is that it? Use this as a symbol. This is also how black children are being treated who dare be skeptical of belief systems who haven't done shit for black people. They're being ostracized. They're being exiled. The same way the gay people are a lot of the times in black homes. Some of them kicked out, homeless, because they dare question bullshit ideas that haven't never done shit for black people ever and never will. Deal with it. Deal with it.
You know what I'm saying? I want to visit other countries to move in other countries. I thought about packing up and moving to Africa. I want somebody that's even opposed to that, moving to Africa and buying land there. Just something different. I don't want to just be stagnant, just sitting in the house. Okay, you own the house and you rent from the white man forever, or you're paying mortgage and paying taxes on the land forever. I want somewhere where we can build, maybe open up a business. I just want to build with somebody. I want a partner.
Okay, we're gonna move forward. This was the comment section, and they told me to ask: is marriage that important to you?
Marriage is important to me because I don't want to just be a girlfriend, and that goes beyond, like, you know, if the person passed away, you get spousal benefits. If I'm not married to you, I'm not getting nothing. If you in the hospital, I can't make no decisions. You dead and I'm at the funeral. It's just like the girlfriend in the obituary. I want to be your wife. I want us to be a team. I want to pour into my husband.
You have to think about these things before you reproduce with men. A man proposed to you 2 times and you said no, and you already gave him a child. And so again, that gives us every reason to question how much you value the sanctity of marriage.
Anything that I invest into a man, I want it to be my husband. I want to give all to my husband. And I want him to give all.
I know. I'm telling you, man, it's not right. Y'all need to stop letting any of these black women hold y'all to religious standards. They're not Christians. They got babies everywhere. They're fornicating.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
It's probably been about maybe 4 months.
4 months. Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Three flaws I have to work on would probably be my how do I say this? How I deliver my message to people, because it can come off aggressive. I've been trying to learn how to be a little bit more feminine, like getting my nails.
Feminine. Anytime a woman says feminine and they say feminine, I immediately assume you're not a feminine woman. And of course, I didn't need you to fuck up the word for me to know you weren't a feminine woman. I knew you weren't a feminine woman the moment the call started, the way you carry yourself. And then all we did was discover and fill in the details. And you filled the grid in, and we found out that you actually aren't a feminine woman. You're very masculine and even unsettling and probably cruel for removing your children out of their father's lives because his religious beliefs differ from you. I've never been more triggered by a woman, by a home wrecker. You're the home wrecker of all home wreckers. You kicked your man out of his home because he's a deeper thinker than you. I don't hate you, but I strongly dislike women like you. or anybody like you who are willing to like try to like remove people out of like their children's lives or whatever based on these belief systems. And when you actually grow up and grow enlightened, you'll realize he's further ahead of you. You're in the back with the rest of the people who believe faith is a reliable pathway to truth.
Son or doing my eyebrows because I'm just like rough around the edges. My dad is a mechanic. I'll be working on cars with him and stuff.
Yeah, you be working on cars and shit. You're just a masculine ass broad.
My dog died alone.
I'll be working on cars with my dad and stuff. Like, do you have anything feminine to lean in with that you've done? What else do you do? Do y'all go deer hunting also? And then, like, what do y'all do? Throw knives and drink moonshine? Like, I hope you don't think this is gonna be attractive to a man. There's no way you think that this could actually make a man go, this is a woman I want to settle down with and have kids with. She knows how to fix a carburetor.
That's being more feminine, being more, soft-spoken. My delivery, I guess I need to sugarcoat it because people just be saying I keep it so real. What else? I think that I am a spoiled brat sometimes. I don't like to be told no. If I feel like I do for you, though, like not just anybody, if I do for you and I'm here for you and I got your back and I ask you for something, which I probably won't need you for anything, but if you tell me no, I feel like I'm entitled for you to tell me yeah. So I need to work on that.
Okay. And why
like she's
would
entitled.
a guy be lucky to be with you?
I feel like a guy would.
Yeah, Shawty, you definitely need to work on that. And you're not a bad looking woman, but I don't like women like you trying to have spoiled demeanors, because again, you seem like an abusive woman, and you seem pushy. So I'm definitely worried about you with my guys who are high earners, or my guys who are willing to spoil a woman, because you seem like you would just take advantage of that. And next thing you know, every single time he doesn't want to do something you want, you damn near throwing hands. Something about
lucky to be
you're
with
aggressive.
I'm ready to build.
Yeah.
With my person, and I want us to pour into each other. I could be beneficial to you. You could be beneficial to me. And again, a marriage is like a partnership.
A marriage is not like a partnership. And I say that to all the women who might be watching who also have that same modern woman logic. I'm going to end here. Marriage is not like a partnership, actually. Marriage is like the guy has more responsibility than you do. That puts him ahead. The guy has more competence, coordination, and ability. That puts him ahead of you. Let's go further. The guy is actually, if the situation falls through and completely fails, more people will blame him for it not going right than they'll blame the woman. There is not shit equal about that, and there never will be. Get that equal stuff out of your mind, ladies. It's time to grow up. Get it out of your mind. That's not real. You're not equal to men, and you don't even want your man to be equal, because every time you date a man who makes the same amount of money as you, you treat him like he's replaceable. Date a man who makes less money than you, you treat him like he doesn't exist. So stop wanting something better than you, and then when men proclaim it and state it, you get sensitive and butthurt. It's the world, baby. Get with it. It's DonLexy. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I definitely enjoyed delivering it. I don't think we'll ever cover a worst home wrecker. Well, lady, how dare you? How dare you think that this man needs to go to therapy and get his head checked because he doesn't think the way that you think, and because he's nihil about an idea that has not held up to time. Get your shit together, lady. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. It's DonLexy. Much love to our sponsor and Anthony Wright, who came through and hooked us up right there at the last minute. And everybody else who showed love as well. Arthur, Harry Hogan, Anthony Wolfstacks, King 3-1. He just dropped money for the cause as well. Dollar Crew, Air Crew. I love y'all, man. See y'all tomorrow. Stop.